possibilities with it.
All right, Lily, what's the deets?
Uh, Basically, like, they didn't have that many, like, instances where
Are you a Dave? Would you like to stop being one? Well, too fucking bad. We're bridges, not miracle workers. But you can at least stop being called a Dave by contributing to this channel via our Patreon. That's right, for only $1 a month, if you want to be a bitch about it, you can stop being called a Dave and get early looks and sneak peeks at upcoming projects. Well, some of you. The Dollar Store patrons only get early access.
Who the fuck ordered a commercial for our Patreon?
Ha ha!
No, seriously, why are we advertising during a one-shot?
Or you can be super badasses like these guys. They help us keep the lights on, hire new editors, and let us do more projects like this one.
Who the fuck are you? And why are you here?
But that's not all. You also get full access to our Discord channel instead of the meager Dave level. And if you want to be a super mega ultra hyper dab on the haters not Dave,
You can't throw random adjectives like that together and call it a sentence.
ha ha, you wrote it.
And then I deleted it because it hurt my brain to type that crap. Seriously, how did you find it?
They get to know how it all ends and how it's connected. Don't believe me? Ask Angel. He knows the end to LHA and it will blow your mind. A lot like Snoo Snoo.
We did tell Angel, and that was the reaction.
So if you don't want to be a Dave and actually want that good shit, become a patron and not a cheap $1 whore patron. Become a champagne patron.
We love all of our patrons just for helping out. The amount isn't what matters. Don't listen to his lies!
The link is in the description below, along with the link to our Discord. Did I mention we have a Discord? 'Cause we have a Discord. It's made of real velour.
Okay, this needs to end right now.
And who's gonna stop it, Dave? You?
You know I meant you, right?
And now back to our program. Don't forget to become a patron today. Are you a Dave? Would you like to stop?
Well, that happened. Hello, everybody. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Hello, everybody. Things are happening. We're working on it. Unfortunately, Walker and Fell are not able to be with me tonight. They are currently closing at their work places. So that's a thing. Let me get. It's been a minute since I did this, man. I need to set up. There we go. Let's at least get that up there. And then I can work on. At least. There we go. Ha 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 ha! I have some stuff I can start working on. Huzzah. Okay, so. That's one bit of news, then the next bit of news, then the next bit of news, and finally that last bit of news. I got 4 pieces of news and a couple of hot takes to go over. Hot takes, they're gonna be pretty easy in the end. I'm waiting to hear back from Eva to find out when she's jumping on, and Calvin should be joining us shortly. All right, so sorry, but I did push this an hour early. I'm thinking about doing that, and if we don't have anything to take over for other stuff, this may end up becoming weekly because Walker has to explain that. But I am going to talk about things happening in Jump right now. And so I am going to focus on like anime manga stuff. And we don't really have a lot. We just have 4 stories. Cuz I mean, this was kind of one of those things where it's like we haven't done it in a while, and I think the rest of the crew it's going to take us a minute to get back into the swing of things. So, yeah. But hello and welcome to the 15 people checking us out and tuning in. This is anime and stuff. It's kind of a little nerdy news show that some of us do on Fat Dog Monday evenings, at least for those of us on the East and Central Coasts. I say Central Coast. It's the evening for most of the continental U.S., I guess, except for maybe like the Pacific time. Definitely Alaska and Hawaii. Come on, y'all are still way in the afternoon. So yeah, that's my first time watching this. Seen the notification a bunch of times before, but first time checking it. Oh, hey, cool. Oh, hello, the animator on YouTube. Hello. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit. I'm kind of stalling to give others a chance to join. If I have to, I will give them a phone call, but or at least a text. I mean, even made it sound like she could hop on, and I'm like, oh, yay. So right now, here I am by myself, talking to myself. So it's like Jurassic Park 1 all over again. You know, good stuff. All right. I'm going to start with the hot takes, which are basically just short opinion pieces, but you guys can feel free to jump in and give me your opinion. And it's okay if you disagree with me. You're allowed to disagree with me on hot takes. It's absolutely appropriate. I may not like the fact that you disagree with me, but it's still okay for you to disagree with me. It's not the end of the world if we have a disagreement. This isn't like anime politics or something like that. So nobody's going to be like, you suck, I'm right, go to hell, like that. No, that's the point of hot takes, is to get differing opinions and not to deliver just factual news. And we are going to talk about factual news, how it makes us feel in certain aspects, and as well as like our thoughts and opinions about certain topics as well. So we'll get into that. But I'm going to go off with kind of a controversial piece, I guess. Well, I think it's basically my opinion. Whether it's controversial is kind of up to you. That's deterministic. I honestly think, okay, so we've got God of High School that is coming out now, and Tower of God finished. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about these two because, of course, they're the new Crunchyroll webtoon series, the big ones anyway. God of High School, the anime is better than the Tower of God anime. But if you're talking about the webcomics, the webtoons comics, Tower of God far superior to God of High School. That is my thought, as I am current on both of those series, both in the anime and the manga, and that is my hot take on that. At 10 a.m. in Australia, it's still early. Well, there you go, Jared. There you go. Also, hey, what's up, Revan? I see you. Also, hi, Nuke. No, you are not, no matter what he says. The anime is better than the anime. Yes, the water is made of water. All right. So, but no, I think the God of High School anime is much better than the Tower of God anime. Strictly because of the level, kind of the level of effort that was seriously put into God of High School versus, and I'm not saying that the quality is necessarily bad because of like the studios involved, but just how it looks. And I get that stylistically the two anime could not look different more different, but it definitely feels like more love went into God of High School because of how much fun it is. You know, it's just one of those. No, the God of High School anime is better than the Tower of God anime, and I think that it flips around when it comes to the manhwa. So, yeah. But yeah, if we're going off of story, just if I'm comparing everything in the story that's out right now to everything that's in the story for both series in the manhwa, I think that Tower of God is a much better series, much better story. Like the first season, or what is considered basically the prologue of the manga for Tower of God, it's okay, it's pretty good. But when you're talking about like the story and stuff, all the arcs and things that are going on in the actual manhwa right now, like once you pick up right after where season 1 ends, it's a whole different kind of show, dude. It's like, oh, it's so good. Been a while since I got to read the webtoons, but always enjoyed the God of High School more. I guess it's kind of I guess it's like up to you, like how you, what kind of stories you prefer. But honestly, I think there's much more story, character development, and stuff like that going on. Like honestly, I just prefer God of High School. And again, these are opinion pieces. But I would say, to make a really good comparison, get caught up on both in webtoons. Is Tony joining? No, dude, Tony isn't part of anime and stuff. Tony's got his own stuff that he's got going on. Love God of High School and Tower of God webtoon. I've been up to date on both, and I think God of High School is leaving out some story from the manhwa makes it better. You think leaving out some story makes it better? I mean, see, here's the thing. They are two very different styles of writing, but as a writer myself, I prefer Tower of God because it has a lot more lore to it. So there's more world to build on and more story there. And I'm not saying that God of High School has a weak story, but it's mostly story that I've already heard because it deals with many different religions that I've kind of already, and it's heavily influenced by Journey to the West, which, come on, if you watch anime, if you've watched anime for like a couple of years now, you're probably sick of hearing about Journey to the West. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with martial arts. Revan, you missed it earlier. I said that Fell and Walker would not be joining because they are working the closing shifts tonight. And that will be the last time I talk about it. Sorry, guys. I can't keep answering the same question over and over. Or we won't get to anything. But that is my hot take, and that's okay. All right. I put this as a hot take mostly because it's a short story. It's not actually an opinion piece. It's just kind of one of those hot takes are also for like really quick snippets that don't take a lot of time to go through. So for those of you that may not know, Jump is going to be on break next week. So the last week of July, they will be on break, and then all the manga will be coming back in the beginning of August. So if you were like reading something that Jump put out and you were like, oh man, this is really good, I can't wait to, this chapter was so fire and I can't wait for next week, there will be no chapters next week as they are going to be on break. So there you go. I know it's been so long. But yeah, there we go. So most of the stuff that I have to focus on is going to be like the second half of stuff is definitely going to be manga related. Okay, I read about this and it kind of seems our first story. Moving on, I've got to start reading Noblesse before the anime appears. I make up my mind when the anime comes out for some webtoons, dude, but there's a lot of really good webtoons I'll go through in a bit and take a look at some of them. Alrighty. Oh, hey, hold on. There's an Eva. Hello. I can hear you now. Yay.
I've been trying to say hi for the last 3 minutes.
No, I could not hear you because Discord did the thing. I am so sorry.
It did the thing with the thing? Okay.
It did the thing where I can't hear you, and because I can't hear you, the
Oh
stream
my
can't
god,
hear
I've
you.
been trying to say hello for the last
It's like, Richie, hello. Okay.
I'm like, Richie, don't ignore me, you asshole. God
I'm
damn
not
it.
ignoring you. I just couldn't hear you. Discord ignored you. All right.
Yeah.
So
Sure,
did you
sure,
make it?
That's how it goes. That's
No,
how it
for
goes.
real, for real.
I see how it is.
I got a phone call.
Hi, everyone. Nice to be back after like half
Forever.
the season of being gone.
I mean, technically, they heard you like less than a week ago.
They did technically, but I haven't been in anime and stuff for
That is true.
quite some
That
time.
is very, very true. Which,
Like
by the
half
way,
the season.
we're at 27,939 views, so we're close to cracking 28 now. So
Yeah, and I noticed that today's episode 24, which is awesome because 24 is my lucky number. So
okay, there we go. The odd number to have is your lucky number. I've never seen a double digit.
I was born
one.
on March 24th, so 24 has always been my number.
Okay. Also, hi, Calvin.
Is it safe to speak now?
It is very safe to speak. It is very safe to speak.
Oh my god.
All right, before we jump into it, Eva was here. I don't know. Calvin, I'm pretty sure you're not caught up with what's going on in anime and manhwa, but I'll ask you anyway.
Manhwa? Is that what
Manhwa.
you said?
Yeah, manhwa. Korean comics, manhwa.
Okay.
Webtoons, a lot of what's on Webtoons is mostly Korean manhwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one are we on? So I know.
I was talking about the hot takes for a couple of minutes there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So in the hot
I
takes,
haven't seen God of High School or Tower of God anime, so I am very oblivious to this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have not been caught up on this season's stuff. Unfortunately,
technically, Tower of God is last season now.
Okay. I'm sorry.
But it's
I
finished.
have a lot that I have to catch up on,
It's
especially in video
absolutely
game form.
finished.
So yeah.
Now I will straight out say that a big portion of why I think God of High School works better as an anime as opposed to Tower of God is, and as is typical of the case, a lot of stuff was cut out of the anime what was cut out for the anime that was in the manga in both of these series. But considering how kind of very story and lore based Tower of God is, that kind of hurts Tower of God more than it helps. But with God of High School, especially with the beginning, because it's mostly it's largely focused on martial arts and stuff, that actually helps as far as like the anime for God of High School goes. So there's a lot of stuff that's not necessary, and I didn't realize it until I went back and started catching up. I'd forgotten how far behind I was. I was about 2 years back because I quit reading about 2 years ago because I was like, oh, I'm caught up. And then I forgot all about the series. So I started rereading from the very beginning because I'm like, I don't remember what's happening next in the anime, but I know I read this. And so I got back and I caught up, and it took me like 3 days of reading. I'm like, thank God we don't have to work on any more like abridged stuff right now. It's so nice to just have a break, man. It's so nice. Right, Calvin?
Yeah.
Very nice to have a break. I might actually.
What the hell's a break? I have no idea what that is.
We don't experience it often, which is why I didn't remember.
I know. I mean, there's so much voice acting that needs to be done right now.
We have auditions going for Slime right now.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I have to audition for like 4 different projects.
You don't have
by
to.
Wednesday.
You don't have
by
to.
Look, I put myself on deadlines because I am very bad at it. I will procrastinate until the last second.
well,
and Richie, you know this.
You have about.
You know this. I'll piss.
You have 11 days to audition for Slime.
I know, and I'll probably audition maybe an hour before deadline, because that's how bad it is.
What is a break you speak of? Oh, Rick is like, I need bloopers. And I'm like, well, we've got plenty of
I
them.
need my
And we
bloop-
will be putting
Oh
those
my
out.
god.
We're going to be putting out LHA 10 bloopers and
Oh my god.
Slime 4 and 5 bloopers next month.
So I had my cousin watch LHA all the way up to episode 8.
Ooh.
He started watching episode 9 by himself, and he couldn't contain himself because
Wait till he gets
his
to
name
10.
is David. His name is David. So you know the line, "I'm bitch, I'm a Dave. I do what I want."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been quoting that for the whole fucking week.
Just wait
And
till wait till
he's like he's waiting until my sister catches up, and then all 3 of us will watch episode 10 together.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Well,
right.
they know
Sorry,
I'm in the series.
we've
It's
all
just
been-
my
we've
sister
all
has never
been,
heard me.
We've all been in a freaking musical mood thanks to episode 10. I won't say what.
Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton. I watched it last night. Like I went on Disney
I've
Plus
watched it
and
4
watched it.
times already since it came out.
I can't say what, but I've been listening to 2 specific Hamilton songs, and I may have written a parody version of one for LHA
God.
already. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Calvin's seen it. He thought it was good. He thought it was funny. And Calvin, I may have already recorded another song for Slime.
Oh
I'm
my
crying out loud, man. Really?
Jesus.
It's the one I sent
It's
you.
not a musical show.
It's the one I sent you before, and I was like,
Oh.
I want to. I didn't make a new one. I've only done 3. Okay, I didn't do a 4th. But yeah, I the one I sent you yesterday, I recorded it just to see how it is. He's
yes,
like, it's
and
not a
Liz,
musical. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to do a musical, but for Slime it makes more sense because we have Dave and the Direwolf, or Steve and the Direwolves. We don't have Dave and the.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Almost messed that up.
Oh
We
my
have
God.
Steve and the Direwolves.
No. So
Tempest Wolf.
they don't
Yes,
know that
Tempest
I'm
Wolves.
doing the Independence Day line. They don't know it.
That's
My
beautiful.
older sister loves Independence Day. She
Oh!
absolutely loves it. She loves it, and she doesn't know I'm doing this because she was like, "Hey, you have a little voice acting hobby," and you know she's only up to episode 5 right now,
Mhm.
so she still hasn't
The
heard
best part
me.
is Akatsuki's reaction where she's like, "Sweet fucking Christ, it's Independence Day."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna surprise her with that. But I
Right.
may have made a parody
I wouldn't
of
say-
Satisfied as well for a different series.
Yes. All right, so Wraith, I would not suggest paying us for a musical. However,
Jesus,
starting
we will all
very
do it.
yeah, starting very soon. However, I will be raising money for Face Rig for Steam because I am getting an anime girl or boy, I don't know which, to be in the bottom corner instead of my webcam because that'll be funnier. Is like having
Oh my
like
God.
an anime avatar character. If I can get
Or
Shaggy, we're
you get
done.
a menu. You get menu actual facial expressions.
No. So yeah, I'm looking at Face Rig, and I've got one of those you can build your own 3D character kind of things that you can apply
Yeah.
to Face Rig. And yes,
Oh.
if I could give you my Face Rig license, I would. Oh, bro, that's
Aw.
so cool.
Mm.
All right, here's the thing. Somebody who does 3D modeling that wants to just, from the kindness of their heart, make models for us, you're welcome to.
Yeah.
Also,
Fell?
because Fell is not here and we haven't fully fleshed this idea out, this is going to be your regular kind of animated stuff thing. Fell does want to use VR chat for anime and stuff at some point this
Oh
year.
my God.
It will be beautiful. I'm all for it.
I tried doing VR chat
Same.
one time, and it was when the whole Ugandan Knuckles was huge.
Oh dear God. Oh God.
And I decided to make a Sailor Senshi
Oh no.
style girl.
Oh no.
It was a bad idea.
oh no. I can imagine this. But what
Yeah.
it would be happening is it would not be a public area. It would be a private room, and we would be in like the podcast studio kind of thing, and that's how we'd be
Gotcha.
doing it. Yeah, that's how it would be going
my God.
about. I'd love to
Yeah,
hear a
I-
parody of Meatloaf's "Life Is a Lemon."
Oh
Well,
my God. No.
keep wanting, sir. And Wraith, first of all, if it's absolutely full show tunes, because that's all Richie sings when I play with him. Okay, look
Oh
here,
my
Nuke.
God.
It's not all show tunes. It's just that this whole week I've had a Hamilton stuck in my head.
How do you have a Hamilton? There's only the Hamilton.
No, I've had Hamilton stuck in my head.
Okay. Okay. All I know is that I need to get Hawk somehow involved in this because he is even more of a Hamilton nerd than I am. He's the one who got me into Hamilton.
He's ham for ham.
He is ham for a ham.
Nice.
And if I don't do a parody of Wait For It, I will be pissed off. That's how I am.
I'm
I
just
have already
saying.
written
I'm just
half.
saying.
I've already written half the lyrics.
I will
song.
send you the lyrics later. I haven't even shown it to like not even our executive producers have seen the lyrics for the shit that I've written.
Oh
so
my
far.
God.
So
I so much.
yeah. So
Hi
it's beautiful.
Rick, hi Jared, hi Nuke, hi Wraith, hi everybody who I missed.
All right, so moving on to
Reading up
the
the list.
we have to move back to the actual news. So
Okay.
let's do that. Okay, so coming from Crunchyroll right now, Shueisha trademarks the pretty patterns from Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba. So basically the patterns from their howdy, and I mean part of me is like, oh, this is cool because they're thinking about doing like official cosplay maybe, and then at the same time though, I'm sitting here going, that's just green and black checkered pattern. That could be on fucking anything, and you're copyrighting that design. Like they're trademarking the designs. Like for some of them,
I get the design for Nezuko, but for Tanjiro's is way too basic.
I mean, look at this. For fuck's sake, literally on the bottom of the page when you scroll to the bottom, it's just a white gradient that leads to fucking fire. You know how commonly that's used? Yeah, the fact that you could trademark patterns is a little kind of... I mean, it's in Japan, but, you know, copyright and whatnot can be different
Copyright
there.
law be weird.
Yeah, copyright
No
law
matter
be
where
weird.
you are.
Yeah, that's very true. But Jesus, man. It's pretty ridiculous, dude. So I'm happy, but I'm also a little concerned because this could be rife with abuse towards people who just want to. And what does this say to people who make their own at-home cosplay? Like, are they going to get in trouble now because they use this pattern, or will this pattern suddenly not be available if you want to do Demon Slayer cosplay? Like, you have to order the official pattern or whatever. Like,
yeah.
How does this apply?
Well, considering that they're going late into this, I don't think they would be able to enforce it.
Yeah.
If they had done this at the beginning when Demon Slayer had just started coming out for anime, then I could see that being a big thing. There would have been like, this is our official design patterns. These are how we're going to trademark them. But they didn't know how big it was going to be. They
right.
didn't
But
know
this is also well, they've kind of had some stuff for a while. You got to realize the manga has been over for a couple of months now, and it's still breaking records and knocking One Piece out of first place in many instances. Like the comic is doing amazing. Oh, don't get me wrong, One Piece has knocked Batman out of second place of all time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, worldwide comic sales. But this is Shueisha. This is Shonen Jump. This is like the Japanese company that owns the rights to the manga and everything. And the mangaka, right after ending, had to go back home. She's retired from writing manga and stuff. She's really young, but there were like family issues and stuff, and so she was like, okay, manga's over, gotta go home and take care of my family. Absolutely understand that, but it feels like because it's doing so well, Shueisha's just like, oh, gotta milk that money, gotta milk that, because they know she's not coming back, so she's like, milk this series for everything it's worth. And I'm like, yeah, it seems like, you know, they're trying to do us dirty here. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into this, maybe I'm not, but I do have my concerns when it comes to people filing for like trademarks and copyrights and stuff like that. So I'm a little wary. I think I've just been burned by it too much. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it kind
It's
of definitely does reek of capitalism.
But
So-
it's gonna happen with every major kind of
Yeah,
company or
I
title
agree.
or
I agree, but
yeah.
also think about what does this say about, like, can you now trademark, this pattern for this anime and stuff? It's like, what about all the other stuff that's out there now? Like, is
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Shueisha
say,
trying to
like-
jump into the cosplay game, and what's going on?
I
here?
mean, I get it. Like if it was something like as soon as when My Hero came out, and they were immediately like, I know All Might's design was one of the first that they did trademark. That was officially trademarked like right before
But
the
that's,
anime
like,
came out.
crazy
That
unique.
made sense.
But that's like crazy,
That was very
crazy
unique.
Yeah,
But these are common design patterns. It shouldn't be like that.
I agree. So yeah, I'm a little. I feel like this is a step too far, especially for a manga company. It's like, shut up and just bring me more good manga,
Mhm.
Especially because so many series have ended this year. So many good series have ended this year.
Yeah. Now,
like,
if they were now saying, "Hey, we're gonna put out a cosplay line
Mhm.
next year,
Yeah.
and this is why we're trademarking it," I could see that.
but there's been no
But if they
discussion
don't
of that.
do it,
Yeah.
yeah, there's been no discussion. There's been no hints of what's gonna happen. They're just saying we're just gonna trademark the patterns. It's like trademarking the color red.
Mm,
Like nobody can trademark that color.
right.
Not for lack of trying.
that
I mean,
that's
you
also
can't
true.
own
T-Mobile,
the internet.
T-Mobile tried. T-Mobile
Yeah.
tried to copyright Magenta.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they did.
I mean, they failed miserably, but they sure as hell tried.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, they try to sue Pantone, which designs a lot of.
I'm
the,
down with that, Wraith.
colors.
I'm absolutely down with that, Wraith. Let's trademark spiky hair.
Oh my god!
Let's trademark spiky hair. Now
Trademark Specky. Oh my god! I feel bad for every Bakugo cosplayer out there.
I tell you right now, if we were able to successfully trademark spiky hair, wouldn't have to do any fundraising at all. Bro, Calvin, we could buy 2 robot dogs.
God. Really?
Hey,
Yes.
we
Look, my
we're still
first
gonna make
my
this,
first
we're gonna
thing
make
was
this
to be
happen
like
one way or another.
Boston Did you okay, I sent you a bunch of stuff about the Boston Dynamic dog today, like new updates and stuff about it. They've gone from wanting it to piss in a cup to now wanting to put fucking Nerf guns on it. I mean, at one point he was talking about Aerosoft, and I'm like, pretty sure that violates the terms of service, and they just take it back because they can remotely shut the software down.
That is true.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, they can do that. They can remotely shut the software down if you violate the terms of service. But
Holy
yeah,
crap.
yeah. I swear if Cartoon Network uses Tanjiro's trademark robe on their old logo to promote Demon Slayer on their channel instead of Toonami on Adult Swim. Oh
No, they wouldn't do that stuff. They'd probably make like a lower third, and if anybody
only
knows
on
graphic
companies?
design,
Gotcha.
I could see that. I could
yeah.
see them using that, but
Rafe would not enforce the spiky hair laws on cosplayers, just on companies. So what's next? Toei trademarks the Jolly Roger. Well, Toei didn't have the license to it. It would be Shueisha, and
yeah.
Shueisha can do that. Yeah. Well, not the
Yeah.
Jolly Roger itself, but specific ones. Yeah, they could do that.
But the one
absolutely.
that they use in the anime has a specific design. That's the thing.
Yeah, but the
Every
design, that shows up in the anime is property of Shueisha because it shows up in the manga first. So
Yeah.
it belongs to Shueisha because One Piece is the property of Shueisha. So
Yeah.
Toei can bitch all day long, but at the end of the day, Shueisha is the final arbiter of what they are and are not allowed to do.
That is true.
To be fair, as it's my idea, I get a dog too. You get a dog.
No.
I love how Wraith is like, hey, because I thought of this, and I was like, look, just because you thought of the thing I stole doesn't mean that I give you stuff for it.
Look. We talked about this last time. You get the dog, but you're not getting the fat dog.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
C spot run. All right. All right, moving on. The next thing. I thought this was a good thing to talk about. The unbreakable heart of Kyoto Animation. So a year after the incident, and if people need a refresher, Kyoto Animation was a victim of arson. They did find the guy that did it. he was funny enough to say very badly burned, and then he recovered in the hospital and was immediately taken to jail and then sentenced and all that. But it's been a year.
Oh, they sentenced him?
Mm-hmm. It's been a year now.
He's still in confinement, by the way.
About a year. Recovering materials. So, the good news is that they have managed to recover a lot. Had to manage a lot from. They recovered stuff from the impacted site. Hosted a memorial service in November. It's weird to think that this has practically almost been a year now, and the ever-changing schedule of Violet Evergarden due to COVID. Yeah, needless to say, imagine handling the aftermath of this. But the fact that they haven't let it stop them. So they had a opportunity to speak with President Hata over email to ask, how he and Kyoto Animation as a whole are doing about 1 year later, and their thoughts on the future of the studio and more things. So there's actually like this cool kind of back and forth correspondence there. And I guess we can go through it if we want to. I don't know if they have like the full. Yeah, they've got like the full thing. I love seeing all the different shows and stuff, even though I'm not a fan of Free. I do like.
I love Free.
Well, it's more geared to you than it is to me.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I love Free. I hate Dragon Maid. And Dragon Maid was more aimed towards me.
That's also true. I love Dragon Maid. I don't like Free, but I absolutely loved A Silent Voice, which is another thing I'm just very sad about.
That is...
Like, why is got Violet Evergarden and they put that up there, but they didn't put Silent Voice up, and I'm like, come on, man. That was like your Oscar worthy one right there.
I did like Liz and the Bluebird. That is a good one.
Okay.
Well. That I'm very musical, so I love that. I love You're Alive. I love all those kinds of shows.
Rick, don't be hating.
What was Rick saying?
How dare Eva? Dragon Maid is great for fan
Fuck
service.
the dragon,
dude.
In that one, yeah, that
you're
one.
You're like fuck the dragon. And I'm like, pretty sure Krusty's got that handled.
Hey.
Oh my God, Walker's not here.
Everyone's entitled to their opinions, Rick, even when it's wrong. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So anyway,
no, but I do like the idea that you've been proposing. I think the best one that they have proposed is to actually make a memorial, since they did demolish the entire building.
Yeah, they had to.
They had to, not only for the fire damage, but it also, a lot of the family members just didn't want that reminder as well.
Right.
And the problem that the company sees right now is that they want to build a memorial, but it's in a residential area, which can cause a lot of concern with the local residents. However, after the attacks after the fire broke out, all of Studio One's front gates to seal off the building got turned into a giant memorial.
That's also
so
true.
They kept that. They kept those gates, and they're thinking about probably erecting a stone statue or a stone memorial, which actually would be the best thing. But again, the residential part is the biggest issue.
Like Hachiko the dog, who got a stone memorial for being waiting at the station for 9 years for his master to return, or waiting at the hospital, outside the hospital, for his master to return, or whatever. It's like, oh my God. I forget the story. The dog waited 9 years for his master to come back. I can't remember specifically where, but I remember hearing about that, and then I remember Jaden Animations covering it again. It's like, and this silly part, she's
God,
like pressed F in the chat for the dog that waited 9 years for his master to return. I love you, Hachiko. And I'm like, God damn it!
I gotta get in contact with Jake again.
The dog's name was Hachiko. The dog's name was Hachiko.
Yeah, you just reminded me. I need to get in contact with Jake.
That's like that, and like that reminds me, like I was watching Zazumi, who is one of our slime peoples. she's been playing Mass Effect this week, and it just reminded me. I was like, oh yeah, I've got all the Mass Effect I need to start streaming. I wonder if I could call Mark Meir and just have him hang out for like a couple of minutes while I'm playing and just be like, because
No,
I forgot I have his fucking phone number still, and I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I have one Canadian phone number. It's Mark fucking me.
there was a con I went to a couple of
So
years ago
weird.
where I got to meet Jaden, and
Mhm.
this was when me, Jaden, and Emmy Richu were all hanging together. So it's
Oh,
like, yeah. So I'm like, I haven't seen Emily forever. Emmy was actually in my first D&D campaign with Yarrow, so
gotcha.
that's how I met her, and then I met Jaden through the con. So it's like,
Yeah,
I missed that.
bringing that up, Carl. I'm actually kind of surprised. I see Liz and the Bluebird, but I don't see Kaon on here, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Okay, this is an image from the Kyoto Animation Memorial Service right there. That's pretty beast looking. Okay.
Yeah.
This image was delivered via Kyoto Animation.
Yeah. If you look up a little bit, where the lot is.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, it shows that they have an image of the site where the lot is just empty. The building is gone, but it's still gated off. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's still people sending flowers all the time there.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's like a really good memorial service, but like honestly, I think a memorial would work best for that location.
Gotcha. So the last two stories that I have to talk about are both manga related, and this one's kind of sad. I did read it on. I did read this yesterday, even though I was very hesitant to. But the final chapter of Haikyuu dropped yesterday, so the Haikyuu manga is done. I was both happy and sad. It's like it's a bittersweet farewell. I love this series, and also for the first time in Shonen Jump's history, a sports manga is ending, and there's no ongoing sports manga to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
Shonen Jump does not have a currently running sports series. So, see, the thing is, when Kuroko no Basket went away, Haikyuu was around. So everybody kind of jumped over to Haikyuu because it had just gotten started. And then, and Haikyuu is like up there with like the sports series and like how far it went. If you don't know, where they're at in the anime is, Jesus Christ, this is nowhere close to where the manga was when it ended. But like, where you are in the anime right now is about 2.5 years ago in the manga. Maybe.
Okay.
No, possibly three.
So
possibly 3.5. Possibly 3 years. It's got a lot of content. They're in the tournament right now. They're facing one team, and there's like a couple more teams that they end up playing against. I won't say if that's in the tournament or not in the tournament because I don't want to spoil.
I know exactly.
But up to a certain point, we get a 5-year time skip. And you pick up with Hinata in another country, and he's now an adult. So
and he's fucking big.
Well, no, he's 5'7". He's
no, like buff.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
because workout,
beach volleyball, yeah, also that. But yeah, he's in a different country. He's learning more stuff. He's on his own, and then we get to him coming back to Japan and playing for a pro team. And that becomes that there's one game with these two pro teams, and it's really cool. And you do get to kind of see what's going on with other characters. I will say that people were kind of disappointed with a bit disappointed. Half the fan base was, but the other half of the fan base was like, "Oh, that's totally him." With what happened with Nishinoya because he wasn't playing volleyball, everybody's like, "How is Noya not playing volleyball?" Was half of it, and then the other half was like, "Oh, that's what he's doing instead." Yeah, that totally fucking makes sense. That's 100% random ass Nishinoya. And I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. But yeah, the last two episodes the last two chapters actually take place 2 years even after that. The second to last chapter takes place at the end of the game, and then the final chapter at the very last page is 2 years after all of this. So it's like, holy crap. I will say that for the majority, it's typical shonen. There's not a lot of, even though there's a lot of people that have their little Haikyuu ships and stuff, there's not a lot of couplings. There is one coupling. I won't give it away, but it's adorable, and I was super happy for it. We do get at least one taken care of that's been there from the beginning, and I'm kind of like, yes, I'm all for it. We do finally get to know who Shizu gets together with and marries. So yes, the hot manager with the glasses, her, Shimizu senpai. That's it, Shimizu.
She's so hot, and I love her so
All right. So that having been said, do you guys watch Haikyuu? Do you read Haikyuu? If so, what are your thoughts on Haikyuu ending? If you're an anime only person, that's okay. You'll get there. You'll be able to cry with the rest of us. It's adorable. The final arc is so worth it. I mean, from everything from Hinata being in another country to the tournament to the beginning of his pro career to I'm just gonna say this, the way that the second to last chapter ends, it's literally you get to see Hinata and Kageyama on the Japan Olympics team. That's the final page of the second to last chapter. So you get that, and then you get the final chapter. So there's so much stuff. You're on season 2 of the anime. That's right. Fuck. I'm so sorry, Jared. We will be continuing. You just have to make, the thing is, I'm not doing any more on Twitch or YouTube. I'm not doing any live reactions, anything like that on there. You want to do reactions, that's great. I made a thing on Discord for it, on my Discord, and it's only for patrons. Sorry. That's how it's going. If you're a patron at all, even if you're just like a $1 tier patron, you're not into the anime, you're not into sport, anime, and manga that much. If I watch a random episode or read it randomly, might get into it. And the Japan Olympics gets shut down. Well, yes, Jet.
I knew that one was
like,
gonna
bro, nobody expected the Rona. Nobody. It was like the Spanish Inquisition. No one expected it.
It all happened, and then as soon as the end of March came, shut everything. I was like, oh my God.
Okay. Calvin, I don't think you're all that familiar with Haikyuu. Are you?
I mean,
Do you know of
did
it?
watch the anime. I did watch the anime during your Twitch
Streams, yeah.
the Twitch streams. That's really about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I know how much you love it.
It's really one of the, I gotta be honest, it's probably the best sports series I've watched and read, just because it's like, there's a lot of sports series out there that are character driven and will teach you about the sport, but like none quite like Haikyuu, and I don't even know why it is. I think it's mostly because there's a lot more innocence in Haikyuu, if I could, I don't know if I'm even describing it right, but that's how it feels. It just feels like there's this innocent vibe to it, whereas with Kuroko, it didn't feel quite that innocent. There was a darkness to that, and it didn't feel like there was this overwhelming amount of darkness that typically gets thrown into a lot of sports series out there. It felt like, because the thing is, they really, like, with other sports series, there can be a couple of people on the other team that you kind of sympathize with, and you're like, oh, okay, I like that person on that team, and you remember them. With Haikyuu, they actually take the time to let you get to know everybody on the other team, to the point where even if your team Karasuno wins, you feel bad for the other team. And this isn't even for like main teams, like the big named teams, like even ones that they trounce, that Karasuno trounces. There's like some really good stuff in there, especially when you get to the second tournament that they go to, and the team of like punks or whatever, because they look like a group of punks, but like, and they freaking trounce them, and you feel kind of bad for the other team, because about halfway through the game they start really giving it their all, and man, I just love the way that it's written. And what's really funny is it coming from I think it's Furudate that does Haikyuu. And then I forget who does My Hero.
Kodansha.
No. My
What?
Hero
No.
My Hero is Shonen Jump. I'm talking about the
Oh, alright.
the mangaka.
Okay. Oh, the manga. Okay.
And again, My Hero is still Shueisha because that's Shonen
yeah,
Jump.
still Shueisha. Yeah. Oh, speaking of this last part that you put in for the links for stories.
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
started reading. I
It's
actually
so
started
good.
reading it.
It's so
Oh my
good.
god!
Only 10 chapters. That's what we're going to cover soon. Okay. I gotta quickly say thank you to Mother's Basement for this, because Mother's Basement turned me on to that show, to that series. And I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I quit playing sports due to injury, but after watching Haikyuu, laced up some shoes and immediately went to play local rec. Sadly, nobody plays volleyball. Oh, for the feels. Go, let's go, Datiko. Yes. Seriously, I haven't watched Haikyuu, considering that anime recommendations are killing me. I mean, pandemic time is a good time to catch up. Just saying. If you're stuck at home, good time to do it. Haikyuu, well worth it. But yeah, I would say if you want to dive into it, because we're not getting Haikyuu until October, the second half of season 4 doesn't even jump until October. If it was one of those things you felt really kind of like you want to know what's coming up, come on, guys, trust me. There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, and the way that it's portrayed, like, it feels so fast when you're watching it. Thank you. It's Furudate and Horikoshi. Thank you.
Alright. That.
And really quickly, I'm gonna take a side tangent, but stick on Shonen Jump topics. It has been reported that Kishimoto did in fact go up to Horikoshi and tell him to get My Hero to knock One Piece out of first place.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know if that's kind of like take Oda down a peg, or if it's just kind of like aim for number 1. It's or if he's just like, go, with your series, you should totally be aiming for number 1. I don't know if it's one of those kind of things. It feels more like the latter, because that's typically how the Japanese would be, is like, go for number 1. They're not trying to knock somebody down so much as raise somebody up. That's typically what I understand Japanese culture to be. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know the competitive nature between Kishi and Oda. I don't know how bad it got, or if they're if this is just kind of a friendly rivalry, if he's like, motherfucker, why is One Piece still going? I don't know. I have no idea how it is. So, yeah, there's a lot, but I still maintain that a series that is written by Oda and drawn by Kishimoto would be the best series, honestly. I think that would be like shonen level of amazing. I would love Kishi to just start drawing for One Piece. That would be like, get Kishi to draw One Piece. It's over, dude. It's fucking over. Bruce Ultra. All right. But yeah, Slime, Dr. Stone, Slime 2, Dr. Stone 2, and LH and Log Horizon 3 all coming out in January. So next year is going to be a pretty intense year. I'm loving it. Alrighty. So moving on from that, let's talk about more Shonen Jump. I told you it was going to be manga stuff. If you have not checked this series out, I cannot highly recommend it enough. Time Paradox Ghostwriter. Only 10 chapters. 10 effing chapters. And this is already looking to knock Bakuman out of contention for my favorite manga of all time, just because of how good it is, which is so freaking surprising. It's about manga, so it's a manga about manga and manga making, and it's kind of cool. But essentially, if you like Steins Gate, there's a time traveling microwave in this.
That's already saying way too much.
Yeah, well, I'm only giving away stuff in the first chapter.
Just look at the cover art, and it tells you a lot.
Bolt of lightning. Time traveling microwave. Spits out a Shonen Jump magazine from 10 years in the future.
Yeah.
Mangaka reads it. Hilarity ensues.
Yeah, I
I
know.
say hilarity. It's not.
I,
It's actually
yeah.
pretty fucking serious. Like, but it's
Sasaki is awesome. I love him. He is so funny.
on top of that, the other series that I'm reading right now because I'm keeping up with other stuff is, and if you want to talk about like funny stuff, because there's a lot of really good manga out there. And again, huge thank you to Mother's Basement for putting me onto a lot of this. I'm gonna go into my Shonen Jump tab real quick. Spy Family or Spy X Family is what's going on there. It's the funniest to me just because of like they're this kind of all fake family. Like, okay, so the dad is a spy, the mom is an assassin, and their daughter is a fucking telepath. No, and the daughter knows that the mom is an assassin and that the dad is a spy because she can read fucking minds. But the husband and wife, the mom and the dad, have no fucking clue.
No, I think the one that I'm more happy about is that I haven't caught up to the last 2 chapters, but Chainsaw Man is really good.
I have that has been talked about for an anime. They've been talking about that, but no release dates as of yet. Also,
It looks so
Act
good. I love
Act
it.
Age was one that I'll be checking out very soon. That has been
I was interested in that one as well.
I was checking out some stuff about that and I was like, fuck, I want that. I need to reread and catch up on Platinum End. Seraph of the End, I know I'm crazy behind on. And then everything else with the exception of Haikyuu, because I know I'm going to go back and rewatch it, which is why I haven't deleted Haikyuu off, is monthly. If you haven't checked out these monthly titles, what's wrong with you? Please go do that. By the way, I pay for Shonen Jump on Viz, which is why you're seeing all of this available. But guys, you don't have to pay for Shonen Jump just to read the newest chapters of your favorite stuff. They have 3 weeks backdated. So if you are a fan of Spy Family and you want to read chapter 28, 29, and 29.1, well, you can, because it's all the last 3 chapters are all free. That's how it go. So
I
say
will honestly say that My Hero Academia Vigilantes has gotten so much better now. I actually prefer it over the regular My Hero Academia. And that's hard for me to say.
Speaking of My Hero, new chapter dropped. So they've got a new chapter coming up in 13 days. So like I said, Jump is on break for 2 weeks. But yeah, you'd be able to see what came out on June 26th, July 5th, and July 19th. Now, My Hero has been one of those ones that sometimes it's weekly, sometimes it's every other week because of COVID reasons, I guess. One Piece is on a bi-weekly schedule. Is it bi-weekly twice a week, or is bi-weekly every other week? Was that? Am I saying the correct word?
Every other week.
Well, no,
Okay.
I mean, as long as it's twice a week, it would still be bi-weekly.
Okay, so bi-monthly?
Bi-monthly is 2 times a month.
Okay, yes. They're on a bi-monthly
Yeah.
schedule, so it's every other week instead of every 2 weeks for One Piece, because Oda still does everything analog. And it sounds like and what's happening with My Hero is Horikoshi is in the process of switching from analog to digital, so My Hero's manga is going to be completely made digitally from now on.
Which is kind of weird because he's not used to the digital age.
He's
Really
not.
not. He is so analog on a lot of his stuff. Like if you see the interviews, you see that he is very much an analog artist, and he says, "Yes, digital age is here, except some of us like the traditional way." Unfortunately, it's not something that is within his grasp now because he basically gave a license away. So,
well, I mean, the other half of that is like literally that he's like there's a lot of manga that got delayed for about a week or two because of the circumstances that we're dealing with the Rona, and that because of that, a lot of different artists have been forced to transition from analog to digital. But what's really funny is like he was there were a couple of mangaka that were talking about it that were like, oh man, when I switched over to digital, my workflow became so much easier. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of the steps that you have are so much easier to fix, and because from the understanding, in order to make the transition as seamless as possible, Shueisha has covered the cost of moving everything over to digital. So if you need to, so they have purchased multiple copies of what is it now? It used to be Manga Studio. What is it now? I forget what it's called.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah,
just can't remember the name.
It's SAI.
No, I don't.
No, it's not SAI Paint.
It's not Psy, I
Okay.
don't think. Well, let's find out. Manga Studio. Okay, so Smith Pro. Clip Studio Paint is what it's called now.
Clip Studio. Okay.
Yeah, Clip Studio Paint is what they use, and they've been covering the cost for that for people that need to transition from analog to digital. And if you ever get the chance to, I would recommend this. Paulo from Tokyo is a channel that I check out, and he does these day in the life of series for like different Japanese professions. Like one is a game developer, another is like a delivery person, like she makes deliveries to different businesses, somebody who works at a car center, and one of them happens to be a Japanese mangaka, and their manga is produced through Kodansha, and he does all his stuff digitally from his home, and he has like 4 assistants that work with him, and even though some of his assistants have their own projects running in the magazine as well, but they still work at his place because it's really easy to work on his projects because everything's digital and they can communicate through Dropbox digitally, like handing stuff over, and he is considered the fastest mangaka. Like he can get his manga done in under a week, and I'm like, that's crazy, because he can basically set up the name and have it sent over digitally. A lot of them are having different I don't know if they use Zoom as much over there for business calls as like.
Actually, from what I've heard overseas, Skype is still the number one.
I would not be surprised. I would not be
Zoom has been dominating in the US, but because of the governments over in the eastern side of the planet, a lot of the governments say you can only use certain styles, so Skype is one of the approved ones.
There's also the fact that like Zoom has had a lot of security issues, so I wouldn't like. I don't think there's a lot of companies that would like be like okay with that until they get their stuff together. But yeah,
not to mention Skype's kind of been around for almost 20 years.
It has proven
so
itself.
They've had that 20-year head start.
You can't get beef pie versus spring rolls. I can't get rice noodles.
Okay, Sesquime, trying to read Time Paradox Ghostwriters and listening to this at the same time is very hard. So what you do is listen to us, and then after the show,
after that,
you
check out
Time Paradox Ghostwriters.
It's only 10 chapters, so it's not like you got a lot to go through. But like, even though it's just recently come out, it's looking really good. What's really funny to me is like literally seeing people in the comments saying, like the newest chapter, they're like, oh my god, they're rushing this. This is totally gonna get canceled. I'm like, are you kidding? This is fucking amazing. Who's gonna cancel this? If somebody cancels this, if they're like, oh, the surveys aren't that good, I'm like, who are you getting information from on this? How are the surveys not that good? This show is freaking fantastic. The craziest part is I tweeted because I follow Shonen Jump on Twitter. And I tweeted at Shonen Jump yesterday as they were releasing new stuff. And, because I wanted to talk a little bit about Haikyuu. And I tweeted about this, and Shonen Jump actually liked it. And I was like, Shonen Jump Senpai fucking noticed me. I was on cloud. That is what I woke up to see this morning was, you have 1 like from Shonen Jump. But I'm like... I'm looking at my phone. Nice. I'm looking at my phone half asleep. I'm like, get the fuck out. And my phone's like, no, it's true. And I'm like, you're full of bullshit. You're a rectangle of lies. And then I go onto my computer and I check it. I'm like, holy shit, it's real.
Computer's like, the phone was right, dude.
And I'm just all of a sudden, I'm in a glass case of emotion.
Oh my god!
Like, come on, guys. Like, I have certain people that I know that work for Viz that work for Shonen Jump that like I can talk to them and they're like, oh, that's really cool, but never Shonen Jump itself, you know? So it's like a whole different thing. Yeah. So I had to check and make sure my phone wasn't being in Dave. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to chat about this. I am very excited about this stuff. I really, really am. But I was also trying to drag it out so it like at least we could fill out an hour's worth of content, you know.
Which we have.
Which we have. So I'm very happy about that. But thank you guys so much. If you guys, Calvin, Eva, I have spoken way too much for this episode. If you have anything you would like to chat with the audience about for a few minutes, feel free to do so.
I got nothing.
Calvin, how are we looking on Wednesday for a deadline for the song?
The song that we want to, that should
The
be
song,
ready
the
by
song
then.
that we've already got done that we're just making an extended version for. I just want to go ahead and point out we appreciate you guys asking us, you know, can we just do a full version of Carry On My Wayward Son? But we never recorded a full version of Carry On My Wayward Son, and we're not going to sit here and just. I'd have to write we'd have to write the whole thing. We'd have to redo the whole thing from this ground up because we never recorded it. But we do have like a way that we can do an extended version where we start off a cappella and then go into the song that you heard in the episode. And then, you know, we can use the a cappella again for like the end slate. But that would basically be about it. But we can put it up as its own individual thing. However, I have taken everything you guys have said about that shit to heart from now on. So I am everything that I've written this week, I have written the full song for and not been like, okay, we're just going to use this bit for like, you know, this scene. We'll use a bit for the scene and we'll still record the full effing thing and release it.
I'm gonna be real with you though, like it's
go ahead.
I'm gonna be real with you, like seeing all those comments and then like we spoke briefly about it and we were trying to decide if we even wanted to do if we should, like, would it be as good as like what's been done already.
Mm.
I've already figured out a full version. Like I've mapped it out in my head.
Well,
The entire
okay.
cast to
I was
sing a line.
fixing to say if you'd already started getting on the guitar and
Like I have actually.
Oh God.
well then fuck.
So
Are we gonna do it like all right, so here's the thing. All we have to do now is Steph.
we gotta reach out to Steph, see if she's even interested.
So look forward to next year when we start putting out even more music and we get Eva to sing.
Oh hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, there we go.
Excellent.
I'm in.
All right, we're gonna turn this
I'm
whole
just saying,
production into a musical.
have everybody on the ensemble just do something in the background at the moment.
I'm just
and
saying.
then,
I'm just
you know,
saying.
just layer it
One
like
episode
that.
of Slime could be a musical. I'm just saying. You know, why not?
I will sing "Be Our Guest." I will sing "Be Our Guest."
You know what's really funny? There's actually a scene in Slime where we could do that when they make the Jura Tempest Federation, and they have like that big feast, and you get that Salt Bay moment. Like, yeah, we could have that playing in the background. Because we've got Steve and the Tempest Wolves as a quote-unquote choir. Oh, yeah, I'm not apologizing, and I already said this to Calvin, but one of the things that I made was, because, you know, Steve and the Tempest Wolves started off as being a parody of, like, Lion King stuff. Well, we haven't forgotten that.
Yeah.
So I wrote another Lion King
Shut
parody.
the fuck up, Steve.
Shut the fuck up, Steve. Literally, I have that going too. I do have that going too, because I recorded a new one where somebody shouted, shut the fuck up, Steve, at the end. It was great. Loving it. I think it might have actually been the new updated version of Slime Hopes. We did a second version of Slime Hopes. Hey, Fel. And that I kind of recorded just a rough of to just be like, oh, hey, Calvin, this is what I was working on. Here's where we changed a few things. And I think I included a shut the fuck up, Steve moment in that. I've recorded like 3 things musically for Fat Dog in the last 5 days, so it's all kind of a blur right now. Can we get the person who plays Clayman to sing "Be Prepared"?
Oh my God,
No,
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 no.
no. But I do have a musical. But I do have a musical idea that I can't tell you about. That as soon as I end the call, I'm gonna tell these guys about, and they're gonna find hilarious. I will tell you about it, Fel, when you're not at work. Log Horizon Retold is a Hamilton musical parody. Why is it got to be Log Horizon? Why specifically Log Horizon? I'm not about that. You know what I'd be about? I'd be about, Eva, this would be great. I am down, 100% down to do Black Lagoon as Hamilton.
You mean wait, no, I've already got something for Black Lagoon.
No, I'm just saying we take like 4 songs from Hamilton and just do a one shot of Black Lagoon for like
But I'm already doing my own Black Lagoon series, remember that?
Yes, and I'm talking about doing this for your channel, damn it.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? You're trying to make me do 2 of them?
Yes.
Damn.
You have to do one shot and then it's all Hamilton.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying. I'm not throwing away my shot is the perfect song as the opener.
Yeah, and that
I swear to God, if ever I was going to do a Gunslinger Girl abridged, that would be the song at the beginning is I'm not throwing away my shot. Yes, I'm not throwing away my shot. You know, I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. Oh my God.
No. My start would be I'd be whispering that, and they'd be like, "Your knees." Why are you singing the American song?
I just wanna get the moment of like Hinata in another country and just be like, immigrants, we get the job done. Because the entire time he's there, he's like, he has to work to live. Like, so he's like, he's doing delivery for restaurants and stuff. And so it's really fucking funny. He's basically in another country. It's not the US. I'm just pointing this out right now to other people.
Oh my God.
It's not the US, but he's basically a Postmates delivery guy on a bike. He's like Grubhub on a bicycle or something, basically. And that's why I find it so funny. You could just take that shot from the manga and just be like, immigrants, we get the job done.
No, I just saw Code Lyoko on the chat, and I'm like, my unfinished symphony.
I'm just
it
saying.
Will never come to light.
I'm just saying. Everybody's like, with people saying like LHA Hamilton. The only thing I could see Hamilton related that would work with LHA is like King George's Menu.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I think it could work as, or rather, Menu is King George. But yeah. They're just mad because they said the price of my love's not a price that they're willing to pay. But, you know, they're Daves. They're insane.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah. All right.
No.
So any last minute stuff y'all want to talk about before we end the stream?
Yeah. If you haven't checked out this year's summer anime, I would definitely do it.
If you haven't checked out the spring anime, please check it out too.
There's one.
Oh, fuck, I haven't
okay,
caught up
you guys
on
are gonna find kind
yet.
of sad, but some people would find funny. It's called Huluing Babies Aratame. And it's a girls that formed a hula club right before the COVID-19 hit.
What was the other one that because Mother's Basement did a review of like, he was like, normally I do a top 10 of the anime of the season, but there's only 10 anime. So I'm gonna talk about them all. But I have some that I don't recommend and some that I do, and I forgot what his recommendations were.
One that I do recommend for any ladies out there that like boys love, I do have one.
Okay, there we go. Boys love. All right.
No Hanayome, Hanayome, and it's guy love. If you're giant and a
what
dwarf,
it is.
Like, pregnant with men is synopsis.
Also to everybody really quickly, I want to tell you, go ahead and get ready for Area Games on the 24th he is dropping his reaction to LHA 10, and that's because Calvin and we went on his live show, and this was literally the day after we were on his live show. The day after.
You were on the same
No, it was
day.
same day. It was same day.
It was the same.
Yeah,
night,
it was so fresh. It was so fresh. We just debuted the episode, and because of that, like everything just reminded us of the episode. So we were kind of talking about it, but not talking about it. You know?
Yeah.
And then like he's like, well, now I have to go to bed early so I can get up in the morning and record my reaction to it. We're like, yeah. And so he set the premiere today. It comes out on the 24th. So guys, Friday he is doing his reaction to episode 10. So go get ready for that. I want more people to know about this. Please go check that out.
Yeah.
We love people that can react to us.
Another one I still recommend if you're in the TV watching mood and you do like sports anime and you like Kuroko and you like Haikyuu, Ahiru no Sora. I love that basketball anime. I actually have a lot of their shit from cons. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to grab everything. This was when we were at AWA. Yeah, this was when we were at AWA and there was a huge Ahiru no Sora booth. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get a swag bag full of this stuff. And I actually started watching it, and I'm like, huh. Almost as good as Kuroko. I mean, it's different, but not bad different. So if you like Kuroko's, but you want a little bit more edge on it, then definitely watch it.
Right.
And
I would definitely recommend God of High School as one of those things to just kind of watch. It's definitely kind of cool. It's especially in the first episode, it has its moments.
Yeah. And then my last recommendation would be a Misfit of the Demon King Academy.
Yes. Okay.
That is definitely one
it's mostly, and this was the thing. It's the thing. Like if you hate isekai tropes, this thing is a giant isekai trope.
It is a giant isekai trope.
But it's done on purpose, just in the same way that One Punch Man is a giant shonen trope.
Well, here's the thing, like the whole time I was watching the first episode, I'm like, okay, so and so can do this voice, so and so can do that voice, so and so can do that voice. Like I just love the fact that paying attention to the story. I'm just figuring out what voice actors to use.
This is kill this dude with a heartbeat, revive him. Kill this dude with my heartbeat, revive him. What the fuck? All right, guys.
Yeah.
If you want to chat for a minute, I need to run to use the restroom. Either you can continue chatting with the audience, which I'm totally down for, or we end this. But pick one really quickly because I got to run to the restroom.
I mean, of course we talk to the chat.
Okay, continue talking to the chat. Please enjoy.
Yes. Heroes. Yes, that is. I've seen like about the first 10 minutes of that one. I know nothing of it because it didn't hold my interest, but I have heard good stuff about it. So it's one of those things where maybe I'll probably give it another chance. But something, if it doesn't interest me within the first 10 minutes, I just do not watch. I'm not sure if anybody else is like that, but if like I can't get into it within first 10, 15 minutes at very most, I'm like, it's not my kind of thing. Like why Devilman Crybaby is one I couldn't get into, even though everybody still says it's still a good one. I can't get into it. I'm sorry if I disappointed anyone.
That's cool. I'm one of those people that will try to give something a chance, unless it's just like point of no return bad.
Gotcha.
And I'm usually willing to give something a chance, especially because I don't watch nearly as much anime as I would like to. And I have a lot of things that I need to watch and really kind of familiarize myself with.
Yeah.
Jack Gray, Wolf's Rain is great. Wolf's Rain was like the last favorite anime of mine. Like that was the one of the few things I've ever watched that like got me to tear up.
Calvin, hi. What do you think about Richie the anime? Oh my god, Yoshimi, what the hell? Uh, Richie the anime. I have no idea what that means, but I feel like that's a jab at Richie.
Richie the anime.
Mhm.
I'm trying to
don't know. I don't know. But
I'm trying to remember what I'm trying to remember recall what it could be.
yeah, I think Richie the anime is just Richie.
I'm
I
sorry,
think.
what?
I'm sorry. I think that's what it's just called Richie, not Richie the anime. I mean,
Oh.
there it could be a Richie Rich anime. I could see that.
I don't want to see
But
that.
I am not the fan service. Why am service?
What?
What the hell?
Because apparently you're a girl talking to the audience, and that's fan service. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
So okay, so
Female voice.
Eva, funny story. I got a phone call today from a number I did not recognize, from an area code I did not recognize. And on a whim, I decided to answer it. And as it turns out, it's the gym that you took me to when I was down there visiting, asking me if I'd like to come back for another visit. And it was so fun to explain to the lady on the other side of the call that I was down in Texas visiting a friend and that I live in Tennessee. And they're like, oh, have a good day. Click. Which is so sad because, like, I have not been to the gym in forever. I need to go back, but I can't afford.
The last time you did go to the gym was when you came to visit.
No, I've been to the gym since.
Okay.
Like, they extended my membership due to all the stuff that went on because they shut down for a month before because I had a 1-year contract with my gym. And technically it closed in April. It ended around April, but because it was closed down, like the gym was closed down for a month,
Gotcha.
they extended
your
time.
Gotcha.
So I went to the gym a couple of times there. But the problem is that I don't have a workout buddy to go to the gym and do stuff with, and my gym cost almost $40 a month.
Jesus.
Yeah, and I was like, no,
I haven't been
I can't do.
since it happened, so like.
Yeah, gotcha.
Since like late March, and I've actually been.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that picture that you sent? Because you were like, oh, look at, because you sent a picture like of you being healthy or whatever. Like you put out a picture. I don't remember where, but you put out a picture. You're like, hey, look, I'm looking better. I'm feeling better. And I don't remember how long that was, but it was like, hey, this is what X amount of time, exercising and stuff has gotten me.
Yeah, that's usually through my Samsung Healthy app.
Okay.
I also connected to my MyFitness app, so I will be talking about the stuff now. So I will be talking about other stuff, which is health-wise. Stay healthy during this time frame. Go find something to do. What I've been doing is I've actually
wash your hands, you filthy heathens.
Yeah, don't touch your face, and then.
Well, the thing is, everybody's like, oh, you need to wear a mask. Oh, you need to wear a mask. The other thing is wash your damn hands.
Yeah. Yeah, wash your hands.
People stop doing that. That's far more important. Wash your damn hands.
Take a shower every day. That's all you need. Take a shower. You'll stay cleaner.
Well, I mean, I do that as well, but like the thing is, you still need to wash your hands quite often.
I actually started doing something with my cats. Mm-hmm. I actually started doing bicep curls with my cats.
I have not. I mean, it's partially because I stopped streaming, but I haven't done Toby lifts in a long time.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I actually did lose a lot of weight during this time frame. I
gained more weight.
I also decided to weigh myself and keep myself on a healthier diet now. Yes. I don't eat past 10 p.m., which... You're supposed to stop eating after 7, but most of the time I'm gaming, so I forget about that.
See, I need that. Like, I need people that around me that are trying to do that, because my roommate he's kind of indifferent to like the food and stuff, and he's he doesn't want to work out and stuff, and I don't blame him. He's pretty tired when he gets back, and he wants to. He's very much a homebody, just as much as I am. video games and all that. But I do need somebody to work out with, exercise with, like that we can encourage each other to get healthy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need somebody like that around me physically.
I will say I have kind of gone into the diet pills, but it's only the hydroxy cut, and I'm doing it with proper weight nutrition. And I have a scale that actually links up to my phone and links up to both my MyFitness app and my Samsung app. So
Right.
it'll actually track every time I'm on the scale how much I'm losing or gaining,
Right.
and will actually tell me if I've gotten over the threshold that I don't want to be in. And it will also tell me my bone density, body weight mass, all this stuff. So I'll share that information. And the scale was only like $20. So
Silver Claw, that's great. I love that ye old time gaming. That's beautiful. Tacos or burgers? Tacos.
Tacos. Definitely.
Intermittent fasting is amazing. Yeah, but I'm not good at that.
Fasting is good. But there are certain kind of things you can do instead of, snacking on junk food. You can actually take smaller snacks, healthier snacks. I'm actually eating right now lightly salted almonds. I have a handful and I have a 25-ounce bag because I am one of those people that if I have a soda, I will grab like
It's
2 or 3.
protein. It's protein, man. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is protein, so it's actually
we're doing like we're doing sugarless flavored water. A lot of that because it's easier.
Actually, I'm not much of a dieting kind of person. I'm more of a workout kind of person. The reason I'm doing the whole dieting right now with
I need to fucking move somewhere near you just so I can have a workout buddy is what I'm basically saying. It's like, Ava, I need to move to Texas so I can so that we can work out.
I actually did make healthy food for dinner today. I made kielbasa with bell peppers, onions, and potatoes. So I've been actually doing a lot better. I also have been using unsalted butter, which is really good because salt and sugar are basically your enemy. They're the ones that make you gain the most weight.
Right.
And like I said, I haven't done hydroxycut for long, so I don't do any of other stuff. I don't do like yo-yo diets or anything like that. I actually try to stick on a really good schedule. I'm not really one to do a schedule and not stick to it.
Oh, and in answer to a question that was asked earlier, Face Rig right now is $15. Well, it's $14.99. But yeah, I know that was asked about earlier, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Also, apparently, Final Fantasy 15 is available for Steam for like $40. Well, $35, but yeah.
Yeah, I will actually.
Horizon Zero Dawn now has a price tag. Thank God.
Oh, how much?
$50.
$50. Yeah, $49.99 on Steam, and it is coming out on the 7th. I also want to get. I also got a shit ton of mods for Mass Effect Andromeda that actually make it and like not only look a lot better but play a lot better for PC. And I'm like, oh fuck, I kind of want to play it now. It's like $30, so I'm gonna have to wait on some stuff like a couple of months or whatever, or just be like begging on my streams. But I don't really want to beg too much on my streams. Eva love the tofu boys.
I've never tried tofu in my life, so I would not know how that.
Really?
I have tried tofu.
I've never had tofu.
It's not bad.
I actually have been looking at very alternative ways to try to keep myself from getting too heavy. Actually, one
Eva
thing that
at the Korean restaurant that we went to, the Korean barbecue, that was my first time trying kimchi, and I really, really liked it, and I have not been able to get it since. And I'm like, I hate living out in the country.
Oh my god. Something that I've actually done to replace soda is drinking sparkling waters.
Yeah, I've done that.
Walmart's got some really good sparkling waters, and my favorite one is the strawberry. But
you can find them. You can find them sugar free as well.
You can find them sugar free, and they're usually in the water aisle in the back.
Yep.
I would recommend those. Like I said, strawberry's my favorite, but there weren't any because today's not stock day. So I got the orange and cream, and that's really good. So I need to try like new alternative ways and try to keep myself on a more balanced schedule and not use sugar so much. So I've been replacing sugar in my coffee with Snickers coffee creamer, which is actually really good and half the sugar as well. so it still has the taste of Snickers.
Half the
And
sugar of a Snickers, not half the sugar of a creamer.
yeah, half the sugar of a Snickers. And I actually do one-fourth cup of creamer and then 1/4 cup of 2% milk with my coffee, and it actually tastes really good.
Silverclaw, you don't have
That's not
to.
bad.
You don't have to try it. I mean, it's cool to try new things, but like, you don't have to do like vegan and stuff like that to just lose weight. Like, you can still eat meat and be healthy. It's just, I'm a slob who doesn't get a lot of exercise. Like, I'm a lazy couch potato, and I've just started changing like full on my eating habits. So
Actually, I also recently, if you guys saw my streams like in the last few months,
Jim,
in
keep talking,
March,
man.
yeah, in March
Keep
and
talking, Jim.
April.
I will do it. I'll do it again, man.
what
He
did
knows what
you
I'm talking
do?
about.
What did you
What did you
do,
do?
Calvin?
Richie, you know the reason why Jim doesn't trust me.
Yoshimi wants to
I
know
will-
what your
I will do it.
Calvin wants to, Yoshimi wants to know what your diet's like. It's a diabetes diet.
It's a
So
beatus.
like so basically my diet compared to reaching Eva's is like pretty awful right now. The
Oh
only
my
reason
god.
the only reason why I don't gain weight is that I don't eat a whole lot. A lot of my weight control is portion control.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with that.
Yeah, same.
So portion control is the reason why I went
Well,
portion control and
portion control
no,
and
not e-
lack of exercise is kind of my big one. Like the pandemic has done no good for me losing weight. You know.
so like portion control and like adjustments of like my the things I eat every day was how I went from 225 to where I'm at right now, which is under 170.
Oh, see,
So-
I'm sitting here at
Okay,
215
so-
and I feel
kind of
bad.
feel bad because now you're thinner than I am.
I went from
am-
199. I went from 199 to 215
Ooh.
in the span of
Oh.
like 2 months. So
Oh man.
I hate how easy it is to gain it all back. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I
it's
don't
just-
have a
you just
yo-yo
have to be-
diet. I just have a yo-yo body. So like
Mm.
my body and my weight will fluctuate with however I eat. So I need to try to eat a little bit better with that.
Yo, I like your body. It's nice. It's okay. It's not bad.
Okay. you said
It's like,
said
yo,
weird
I
way.
like your body. I'm not hitting
Like, are you
I'm not hitting on you live on the chat or anything. I'm just like,
streets.
I was trying.
Are
Yeah,
you?
yo, I like your body.
Yo, Shode, come let me holler at you for a second.
Shouty.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jim Sauce, I have it open. Keep talking, man.
So what I'm saying is we need Eva on Fat Dog FM after dark. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing here.
I might be working out at that time because if you guys
You
remember,
work
in
at like
March-
1 in the morning?
Well, yeah, I don't go to sleep till like 3 in the morning.
There you go. Oh, well, shit.
Yeah.
Now that I know that, I'm going to feel less awkward about bothering you late at night.
Man.
It's like I'm like, oh, she's sleeping. I probably shouldn't bother her. Fuck it. Now I'm gonna. You just gave me permission.
Oh my God.
Yep, it's too late
Oh.
now.
Well, here's the thing. Like in March,
just for
April
good measure,
timeframe,
Richie.
when I was doing the stream for a new TV. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna get through this story.
No.
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, in March and April, I was doing a stream so I could get my new TV base because I had already gotten the TV from where I used to work at Walmart, and I found some interesting things. I found that I have P90X for free.
What?
Yeah,
Get out.
because it's a 2018 screen. And it was open box, so I got it for a really good discount. I always recommend open box from Best Buy if you got that. It means that somebody just returned it because they didn't want it, not because it was bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and one of my app settings is P90X, so I will be starting at the beginning of next month doing my 90-day journey. So
Shit,
on the
girl,
first it
girl.
starts.
If nothing else, I need to we need to get like a fucking video call of some sort and just exercise together. Like,
I will
if
send
that's
you
what
my
it
Like a
takes.
P90X
fed.
video
Well,
too.
no. I'm just saying,
We
if
do a
that's what
workout
it takes,
too.
if that's what it takes, is like the other half is I just need somebody there on the other end to like be there to be like, hey, did you fucking exercise today? Get healthy, get healthy. Like, I need that. I'm
Like
not.
6 a.m.
I'm not.
Richie, get your ass up. We're doing drills.
Literally, my response would be, "Fuck you, bitch. I don't work until 10. Like, I'm going back to sleep."
No, I have my first meetings at
All right.
9 a.m. for work.
Richie,
so-
Eva, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jim. Jim dared me, and now he's going to do it. And he got timed out for yelling at me. Jim, this is for you.
What did he
Carry on my wayward son, for there'll be peace when you are done. Lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
God damn, that's scary, but good.
Yeah.
What made that even better was
Adding
the
more
fact that
menu.
well, between adding more menu and Nightbot respawning Jim Sauce into Cathedral while I played that.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, Eva, though, thank you.
No problem. Yeah, we need to do a Fat Dog exercise stream. Oh, goddamn cat.
I am down for this. We can make this.
We need to do a Fat Dog exercise stream. We need to do like motivation. Everybody who gets on webcam for like 30 seconds, and like, okay, we're going to do 30 seconds of running in place, and then.
But like there has to be. It has to
somebody
be
gets
like at home
push-ups,
stuff.
Sit-ups. Yeah.
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 If you've got
In
like
mine, you'll see, like,
a
two cats
2-quart, if
background.
you've got like a freaking 2-quart freaking jug of some sort, or like a gallon, like a milk gallon that's empty that you can just rinse out, fill with water to make it heavy and do certain exercises. Or hey, if you happen to have like small free weights like I do, I've got like an 8-pound free weight. Ah, dude. I need to get more money for weights and just get like a 15 and a 20 for later.
I mean, you guys have seen how fat my cats are.
You've seen
my
Toby.
squirrel, that's what happened. You've seen my cat. You've seen Dinah and Ollie.
Toby is definitely my dog because he and I are both chonkers right now. So I'm a chonkers human. He's a chonkers pupper. But the thing is, when I take him outside, people love the chonkers dog, not so much the chonkers human. So, yeah, man. Just trying to get my shit together.
I don't know how Dinah got into a sleepy position.
She just steals everybody else's food, and that's how you chonkers.
But yes, a Fat Dog exercise stream.
I'm all for this.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
We do it in place of Saturday morning cartoons, Saturday morning workouts.
I'm all for this. Ooh. Oh yeah, shit! Fire Force
Yes.
season 2 is out right now, by the way, guys.
I have to watch that.
My teen romantic comedy snafu. I haven't watched it yet. I'm not down with ReZero season 2. I could care less.
Yeah, no.
I'll watch it if somebody makes me, but I am not a fan. To be fair, it's not the series itself that bothers me. It's Subaru. I fucking hate the main character. He's a goddamn piece of shit. I would say he should die, but unfortunately, him dying and then coming back and learning nothing is kind of the problem.
Oh my god, I'm gonna pitch this idea to Tony.
What?
Saturday morning workouts.
I'm
where
down.
I can get where everybody does a workout, and I will edit it, and I will post it first thing Saturday morning so people can work out with us.
Right? Like we should, or all right, is this a pre-recorded thing, or are we doing this live?
Pre-recorded because we'd had different people like who are comfortable being in front of the camera who
Right.
would be doing an exercise to help motivate the audience.
Okay, I volunteer as one of these people. I'm good for that. So I don't mind being on camera. Like, the whole point of me doing the exercise is that I am a fat ass, and if I encourage other people that are, having weight problems like me, that see my fat ass out there, and they're like, okay, I'm comfortable with doing that because the fat guy's doing it. It's not. It's not like they're all beautiful people with bodies I'll never have. It's like that fat lazy motherfucker is doing it. I can do it. So. Yeah.
Richie, I still have my old PT notebook, the one that the Army gives you in basic training with all the workouts and exercises.
I never got
still
that.
have that
I
thing.
never got that.
No. You were there like 10 years before me too.
That's
so.
also true. Yeah.
So
fat, beautiful people working out. Well, it's not spelled with a PH in my case. It's definitely an F. There's definitely
it's like push-ups with menu.
It's like there's definitely an F in the chat. If I'm doing exercise, where's menu? He's my drill sergeant.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I said one, bitch.
Service stream?
That's okay.
No, there's no fan service there, Yoshimi. Now, just because I am a girl doesn't mean I am the fan service, okay? I am not that.
Actually, because you're Linesia, you kind of are.
But the fan service is Krusty, not Linesia.
Dude, did you hear all the shit that was being said by me in the background for that scene? No, I literally had a guy in the background that was just like
drink her bath water.
Yes, that was well, no, he was asking how much her bath water would be. He was not saying anything about drinking it. But I did have a character that was just sitting there in the background going simp, 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 simp. Oh my god.
I know.
It's so funny. I love it. Yeah, I'm down with this exercise regimen now. Absolutely down. I'm gonna need a reminder because on top of being fat, I'm also forgetful.
Well, here's the thing. Like,
Same.
I would have everybody do a pre-recorded, like, 5-10 minutes of whatever exercise, even if they want to do yoga. It doesn't matter.
If you want to, like, I remember a 15-minute high-intensity workout that I did at the gym, but I can only do, like, most of it.
But as long as it's something that you're comfortable with.
I can't do all of the stuff that I've got. Well, okay, the biggest problem that I have is that most of the exercises that I do, if anything requires me to do, like, push-ups or be on the floor, I won't be seen because,
camera.
Camera. So.
Well, no, I've got an additional camera and I have a tripod, so I'd be having it stare down at me. But I gotta make sure I wear conservative clothes because I'm not gonna be that fan service girl. Like,
but sweetie, I don't live near you, so I can't show these exercises. Maybe I can show you or explain them. I don't know. One of them is mountain. Well, okay. Some of these have scarred us for life, so we will never forget them.
burpees.
Mountain
Burpees.
climbers. Mountain climbers.
Mountain climbers is what fucked up my knees.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't show mountain climbers on there. But basically, a lot of what the high intensity stuff is like, do this exercise for 1 minute, and then it's like, you go back and forth between them, and so there was a lot of that.
Fine. I'll put it on my channel and we'll have PhatDog promote it. Sense that way.
I mean, to be fair, it doesn't necessarily. No, I mean, that's something I think we could pitch to Tony that he'd be down with for PhatDog. We could absolutely do that.
We could add it to the gaming channel.
No, I would say on the main channel rather than the gaming channel. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
because exercise is not a game.
Yeah, it's real life. It's real life, unless you can make it one. So here's the thing. Before I left the gym, before I stopped going to the gym, I was doing 2-hour bike rides because I was trying to get 20K, and I found out that I could actually grab videos for offline mode from Verve. So I was sitting there watching anime while I was on my on the bike, just riding on the stationary bike, watching anime on my phone. And because a lot of the exercise stuff, whether it's a treadmill or an elliptical or a bike, all that stuff, they have USB plugins. So literally I was charging my phone while it was in offline mode. So I stayed at damn near 100% the entire time, so it did not drain my battery. So I was constantly charging it. I had wireless headphones, and I'm just sitting there just going. The only thing that was a problem was, like, if you're sitting on a bicycle seat for 2 hours, by the time you're done, your butt hates you. Because it's the most uncomfortable fucking thing to be on for 2 hours is a bicycle seat. Your glutes do not like you. They're like, this is uncomfortable. And it's not like everything's in pain from exercising. It's just like, I've been sitting on an uncomfortable thing for 2 hours. Look up Austin Go. He has a lot of videos on his channel to do things at home to feel better / lose some weight. Dude, I mean, it's not doing the exercises that's the problem for me so much as
It's getting the motivation.
Yeah, it's the motivation. I need the motivation. Yeah. And the problem is I don't have like people around me typically who would do that. But like, shit, if we can turn into that, if we can turn into like that workout group, it's like, hey, did you work out today? And you're like, no. I was like, well, why not? And then they, yeah, they encourage
then
you
you
to
feel
work
judged.
Out. They encourage you to work out. Well, I mean, don't just look. I didn't listen to my drill sergeants all that much, so I know that shaming me into working out doesn't work. I just did it because I didn't want to get screamed at. But you know, I don't want to stand out and be the nail that gets hammered. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there's one kind of hammer that I like to get, but not that kind of hammered.
We'll work on that when I come visit next time. I'll bring
meant drinking.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
God damn.
Would you let me finish my damn sentence when I was like, I will bring booze down? Jesus.
Eva the Fat Dog Games 2020 first game, fat people working out. What the hell? Discord to motivate each other to work out. Here's the thing with Discord is that you can't really record while you're doing that. Like, you can't record
live
yourself,
stuff, but you can't.
You can do live streams, but you can't record everybody at the same time while you're doing that. You'd have to have an additional screen in order to do that.
But yeah, I could definitely probably get back into this if I've got people around me encouraging me. But that was the biggest thing that was missing. I didn't have a lot of encouragement.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do have to say goodbye at the moment.
Yeah, we all have to say goodbye. All right, so I have a couple of things.
Yeah, I know we went from anime and stuff to workout and stuff, so...
Well, it is
related.
and stuff.
It is and stuff. So this definitely falls under stuff. All right, guys, that's going to be it for the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We love you all. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.